Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Eva. In today's video, I wanted to give you guys a quick, I guess an update on my radishes. As you guys know, this is my first year growing radishes, and so far I've had quite the challenging time. And in my mind, I thought that the whole process of growing the radishes would take no more than, say, like 3 to 4 weeks. But it's been a good 2 months since I planted these radishes, and I can kind of see them, but I can also kind of not. And they're also starting to bolt, so I'm not sure what's going on, and I can't really see them like the way that I thought that they grew, where I thought that the radish would come out of the ground and you would be able to see that the radishes are ready. Some of them look like that, but then others don't. So let me flip the camera around so that you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about, and we can, I guess, harvest some of them together, and then we can leave the rest that maybe need some more time. And yeah, hopefully we'll have some radishes to harvest, but if not, it's all good, because I can already see that I have some going already. All right, so this is what I mean by some of them are starting to bolt. I've been away for a few days, and when I came back, I actually thought this was a weed because I had no idea what radishes look like once they've started bolting. But you can see this one is clearly starting to flower, but I don't see a radish at the bottom of it. So, and there's also another one here that looks kind of similar, also starting to flower. I also don't see a radish, so I'm just gonna pull these two out and see what they look like. Okay, so not much of a radish. This is like a tiny little thing. And then on this one, same thing. These are a beautiful color, but it's like barely anything. All right, so these are, let's see, do I know what they are? I can't remember, but I'll have it somewhere on the screen what kind of radishes these are. But a lot of them are starting to bolt. A lot of them. I think almost all of them actually are starting to bolt. Look at this, everywhere. So I think I'm just gonna pull all of them out. I wasn't planning on pulling them all out, but I mean, you guys, what is this? These are the smallest radishes I've ever seen, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna finish. I'll show you those ones when I get to them, the ones that I'm talking about that look more like radishes than these guys, and then we'll go from there. Okay, you guys, these are, let me put them all together so that you guys can see all of them together. So these are the radishes. These are the 18-day radish, the ones that had started to bolt, these guys, and this is what they look like. Some of them have been eaten by something, don't know what it is, but this is what I was expecting all of them essentially to look like, but this is what I have. Like, most of them are literally just roots. Some of them I'm going to be able to actually eat, but the rest of them are just, like, this is like, what is this? I don't know. So that is the 18-day radish, and we're going to move on to this side of the bed. Okay, so moving on to the Malaga radishes. These ones are looking a lot better because you can see, as you can see, those are actually like looking like radishes. And so these guys are looking a lot better. So these are the Malaga radishes. This is some of them so far. These are looking a lot better than the last batch. But some of them are still like pretty tiny, pretty puny, but for the most part, this is kind of what I was expecting. This is more along the lines of what I was expecting when I started growing these radishes. So these are a pretty decent size. They're still pretty small, but I'm not disappointed, I gotta tell you guys. So these final ones here, these are the Malaga radishes, and this is them so far. So I'm gonna keep going and see if they look any better than the previous ones that I just, yeah. So after pulling up some of the Malaga radishes, I've decided to kind of stop because these ones over here, most of them look like this. and the ones from like more down here, they looked more like this. So I'm not sure if maybe these are not ready because they're not bolting either. So maybe I'll keep them in the ground for maybe like a week or two more and see what happens. But yeah, they haven't started bolting yet, and I'm not seeing anything. Like if I kind of dig around, actually, wait a minute, maybe I will. So this is the Malaga radishes. I pulled all of them out of the bed, so I have no radishes left in the beds. This is a good batch, the ones that are actually like edible, I guess. And then these over here are the ones that are just plain roots. So this is the 18-day radish, which took 2 weeks to grow. And then these are the ones that just have roots. So these ones actually did pretty well compared to the rest of them. These ones, the 18-day radish seems to have the best success for having like, you know, like a good sized radish. Because most of them are pretty good size. Only some of them have like tiny things or just roots only. So here are all the radishes that I harvested. The red ones over here are the 18-day and the scarlet, and then these more deeper purple ones are the Malaga radish. Overall, what are my thoughts? I am pretty, I don't know, disappointed in a way because I thought I would have a lot more radishes, and I also thought that I would have a lot bigger radishes than I do right here. Well, I'm looking at them and I'm just like, this is not really what I was expecting. I would definitely grow them again, and I will try to grow them again either in the fall or next spring. I'm not sure whether I can grow them in the fall, but I'll try. And then I'll also try next year growing them in the garden beds, and also growing them in containers, and also growing them at the community garden. I'll grow them in a multitude of places just to see which is the best, but so far I would have to say that the 18-day radish did the best out of all of the 3 varieties, followed by the Malaga radish, and then the one that did the least, or the one that did the worst, was the scarlet radish. I considered my garden bed to have pretty loose soil because I grew potatoes in this garden bed last year and they did amazing. So obviously potatoes are a lot bigger than radishes, so I figured that if I could grow potatoes in the same garden bed, I could grow radishes and they would come out amazing. But they didn't, so I still have to figure out what was the issue. I don't know what the issue was. If you guys have any advice for me, please leave it in the comments down below. I would love to know what I could do to improve my radishes and have them have like more than 50% like root to radish ratio, and also have a bigger radish. So despite them not going as well as I would have hoped for, I'm still happy that I tried them, and just because I love radishes so much, I'm glad that I tried growing them for myself for the first time, and I will definitely try and grow them again. I'm also happy now that I can finally start planting all my seedlings into the garden, because you guys, I still haven't done that. And that is not partly because, that is because the garden beds have had the radishes in them, so I couldn't grow anything else because I was waiting for these to be done. So I'm excited to start that. That is going to be coming up in the next couple of videos. I still have to show you guys my community garden. I think that's going to be the video after this one, and then after that I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to transplant the tomatoes and everything else that I have growing in my house and outside. And then I'm gonna transplant them in here, and then I have to show you guys my community garden. I'm so excited for that because we've already started and we've done a lot of work over there, so I can't wait to share that with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.